Come on, shalom, 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 Israel. Let's see this. All right. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Man, hey, Yasharala is going down. Hey, man. Yo, it's a good lesson today, man. It's a good lesson through the spirit and power of the Most High. But hey, in the words of my brother Jalen Rose, right? In the Fab Five, right? When Jimmy finally played, it's going down today, right? In the words of my brother Jalen Rose, it's going down today. So listen, we ain't doing no video today. We're not reviewing nothing. Okay. We gonna listen. Let me make one thing clear. First thing and foremost. Okay. First thing and foremost. Um, you know, my focus right now is attacking the lies um of the Christian church. Not only the Christian church, the Catholic Church, okay, Buddhism, Muslim, Islam, Salakia, Islam, anything that our people are just, you know, uh, uh, pretty much just enslaved to. Okay, these religions and doctrines that our people are enslaved to right now. I'm trying to, along with other brothers and sisters, that's doing the work out here. I'm trying to bring down that wall, man. Okay, by Shema Mashiach Yahushai, man. Like we trying to tear down all these lies, expose everything, and then what, man? Then we standing there and honestly, people are just gonna be people are gonna be forced to point out the man of perdition. Okay. People are going to be forced to reveal the man of sin. Okay. So listen, what I want to do is expose that, man. Like I love teaching my people and battling my people, but honestly, I would much rather battle a heathen than an Israelite. Okay. But right now, in today's topic, I can't be, I gotta be real. In today's topic, this is kind of an Israelite type of thing that we're going to discuss today. All right, and it's the lunar Sabbath, man. Is the lunar Sabbath biblical? Okay, is a calendar Sabbath biblical? Okay, is a Friday to sundown, Saturday to sundown, Sabbath, biblical. Okay. Let's get into what is biblical, what is traditional, okay, what is traditions of man, and what is traditions of the Most High and traditions of the Hebrew people according to what the Most High told them to do. Okay. All praises to the Most High. So listen, man. Um, and let me say this too as well. Let me say this as well. Listen, because I'm gonna be honestly honest with y'all, all the way real, 100% with y'all. Okay. Um, when I first learned the understanding of the lunar Sabbath, you know, it was some years ago. It was a few years ago. And um, this was when I was, under the teachings of HOI, Elder Priest Zabak. My brother, that's the elder priest, man. He's the one that really brought me into this thing and helped me learn the scriptures and helped me understand. But at that same time, I was slowly getting the understanding of the lunar Sabbath, through the spirit and power of the Most High. So when I and a few other brothers like myself decided to start, this camp, um, we decided to teach the weekly Sabbath based on the Friday and Saturday because it was easier. Listen, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, man. It was easier, but I knew the understanding of the lunar Sabbath, right? Hey, how many elders? Oh, Salakia. Let me start over with that. How many brothers in the truth can say that? Can admit to that? You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, I'm going to teach the truth and what it is, and we have to understand what it is and understand what the Bible says, and from there, brothers can decide from there. Look, listen, I don't condemn anybody that's keeping the Friday and Saturday. We already know in First Peter it says um, what it says about the feast days. You know, but at the end of the day, like I'm not here to do that. Hey, all praises to the Most High. If you know that you're an Israelite and you keeping the law and you're teaching to keep the law, hey man, all praises to the Most High. Okay, do the work. So listen, let's get into it, man. Right? This is what we're gonna do, man. First thing we gotta understand, okay, is this. Let's understand something real quick, okay? Let me share my screen, okay? Now let's understand this. First thing we gotta understand, Salakia, is um, how do we determine? How does the Most High have us determine um, our feast days, our time, our days, our months, our years? How do we determine, you know, what a day is, what a month is? How do we do that, man? How did the Most High say to do that? It's very clear, it's very plain in the scriptures what he said, right? So like it, but brothers will uh, brothers will ignore that. And honestly, this is not going to be a video of me getting on brothers. This is going to be a video of me showing the understanding and you going from there. God, all praise to the Most High. So check it out. Let's go to Genesis. Let's go to Genesis, right? This is Genesis chapter 1, verse 10, right? Or Salakia, 14. Let's go to 14, right? Now let's check this out. Because, hey, let me start by saying this, man. You know, Genesis, the book of Genesis and the book of Revelations, man, y'all got to understand, these are very allegorical books. And let me tell you something, these are the two most books of the Bible that bug brothers out. I'm telling you straight up and down. I'm talking about when you at camp and this brother is talking about the name of Ahia, and he's talking about you can only have a vegan diet. And no shade to brothers like that, but listen, man, you going off, brother, because you so bugged out about the book of Genesis or something, or now you over here bugged out about the book of Revelations. So check it out. This is what bugged brothers out. Verse 13, in the evening and the morning were the third day, right? Verse 14, and God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. Okay, so look, what does that say right there? What does that say right there, right? What are the days and the nights? The Most High said that He made lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, right? Let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. So, how do we determine, right? How do we determine our days and our years and our signs and our seasons? It's supposed to be the lights in the firmament of the heaven, right? Okay. Verse 15, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so, verse 16, and the Most High, right? Salakia, and the Alahayim made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, right? So um, um, that's talking about, wait, Salakia, let me see, right? because you don't want to get bugged out. Right? So that's talking about the sun and the moon. Con? That's talking about the sun and the moon. Let's go to let's substantiate that. Let's substantiate that. Let's get a precept, right? Hold up. Sirach 43 and 6. The book of Sirach, chapter 43 and verse 6. It says, He made the moon also to serve in her seasons for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. So the moon is made to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. Look at this. The next verse, verse 7. From the moon is the sign of feasts, a light that decreases in Salaki in her perfection, right? The moon is the sign of feast. How do you determine your feast days? The moon. How do you determine your months? The moon. Do y'all know what moon do y'all know what moon means, man? Do y'all know what the word moon, right, is from the word month? Con? So that's how you determine your months. That's how you determine your feast days. Okay? So check it out. If we're gonna figure out the Sabbath day, if we're gonna figure out a feast day, if we're gonna figure out, like I just said, a Sabbath day, if we're gonna figure out even um, um, average days, because the Most High he said he made high holy days and he made ordinary days. How do you determine any of them days? See, this is where, and look, with all due respect, man, this is where a lot of brothers can't answer this question. Okay, how do you determine your days? Because if y'all gonna say that you're gonna say, oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're saying that you determine your days off of Esau and what Esau gave you. Con, I mean, am I wrong? You're determining your days off of what Esau gave you. So now brothers is talking about, oh, now the Sabbath is from Friday to Saturday because the first day of the week is Sunday, right? And we all thought it was Monday, so they lied to us in church. It's not Sunday, it's actually Saturday, brother. And listen, you know, if you out there feeding the sheep and you waking people up and you're telling them to keep the Sabbath and you're telling them that give one day out of the week, and if you want to do that on a Saturday, listen, I'm not. This is not the video for me to be coming at brothers that's doing that. What I'm saying is this: according to the scriptures, the way we determined our days was the moon. So now that we have that established, right? Let's figure out what the Most High said about the Sabbath. Let's go to that, right? Let's bring that up, right? Because I know it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of brothers saying, "Listen, brother, you're going off, brother. Listen, it says on the seventh day." Right? I understand that, brother. I understand that. Let's read the Bible. Let's read the Bible, right? Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, right? I agree. Verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. Verse 10. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. Verse 11. Check this out. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them, Salaki, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Khan. All praises to the Most High. Wow, Shimmy how shine, man. This verse is not saying, right? This verse is not saying that you go to work from Sunday to Friday, and on Saturday it's the Sabbath, because God went to work. No, brother. Listen, let's get one thing established. Let's get one thing established, right? Let's get one thing established in Second Peter. Because listen, man, what are y'all doing talking about? Okay, listen, let me see. Let me see what's out there. Okay, we're in Exodus, and we're talking about the Sabbath. In verse 11, it states that in 6 days the Most High Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is therein, and rested on the seventh day. Are y'all telling me that these are actual 24-hour, 7 day periods? Are y'all telling me that? These are 6 days, 24 hours, and on the seventh day for 24 hours, the Most High Yahweh in all his glory rested on the seventh day. Let's go to Second Peter and read the Bible. Second Peter 3 and 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing. Beloved, you're my beloved, man. I'm keeping it real. But listen, that one day with the Most High is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day, man. What are we saying? These are 1,000 year periods. These are 6,000 year periods, and on the 7,000 year period was a time of flourishing, as you would say, right? Listen, you had massive reproduction. You had flourishing. You had all kind of different nations being. If you think that Adam, first of all, if you think that Adam and Eve were two naked people and the only people on Earth, we got to start back over a long time ago, guys. Because listen, Adam and Eve were not the first two people on Earth, and they definitely weren't naked. That's why I said this book can bug people out. But listen, let's not get off the track, right? So these are 1,000 year periods that we're talking about. So when brothers say, "Oh, look," when you go to Genesis and it says that he made the sun and the moon, but even the verse before that says that even in the morning or the third day, how can the sun and the moon determine the days? And if it was made on the fourth day and the Sabbath is on the seventh day, brother, you bugged out. No, listen, man. These are 1,000 year periods we're talking about. Okay, let's not be too Christian, Catholic, and Christian about this. These are 1,000 year periods we're talking about. So now let's go back to Exodus. Okay. The seventh day, verse 10, is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Verse 9, 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord. Let me ask y'all something, right? And like I said, hey man, this is a question that brothers cannot answer. I'm being real with y'all. How do you determine the first day of the month? How do you determine the first day of the week? How do you determine the second day? How do you determine the sixth day? So you can know what the seventh day is. Look, man, you guys got to stop with this Monday, Sunday, Tuesday crap. Y'all worshiping Esau way too much. You're giving the white man way too much credit. by going off of his calendar. If you trying to say that we had a 7 day cycle that's been uninterrupted since Adam and Eve, you got to cut it out, man. This is first of all, we're in a Roman calendar, which used to be a Julian calendar, which used to be a Gregorian calendar, which at some parts had 8 day weeks and even 9 day weeks, went to a 6 day week at one point. We're in a calendar that's been all misconstrued and destroyed. Hey, let's get that, man, right? Let's get that real quick. Because that's obviously a prophecy of the Most High, right? We already know, man. We already know, man, right? We know what's going down with Esau. Daniel 7 and 25, man. What's this talking about? And he shall speak. Let's zoom in, man. What is this talking about? Daniel 7 and 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. First of all, let's read the full chapter. Do y'all know what's going on here, man? Daniel chapter 7. This is, I don't want even want to get into it. It might be too much for some of y'all, man. Some of y'all brothers that still reading the book of Enoch, the book of Enoch, the book of Enoch, right? And the book of Jubilees and all of that. Check this out, man. What are we talking about here? Oh, Salakia. We already know, man. Okay, listen, brother. Let's go to it. Because if I get too into it, that's a whole nother lesson. Daniel chapter 7 is a whole lesson, man. All right? But check this out. And the 10, let's see, verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all the kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces, right? Check this out. This is talking about Rome. Check this out. Verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and shall Salakia subdue 3 kings. This is talking about America, aka the daughter of Babylon, or Babylon the Great, the harlot. Check this out. Verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given unto his hand until time and times and Salakia, and the dividing of time. Right? Now that's we can go into that too as well, right? But we already know that this is talking about the daughter of Babylon or America. And then verse 25, it says that he's going to wear out the saints, which he definitely did over here in the Americas. I feel like the most bloodshed in a concentrated area of the Israelites by one nation of people, which was the Edomites, okay, over here in the Americas. Not only that, right? Um, um, Listen, we don't even listen. It could get real. We talking about the Lunar Sabbath over here. I'm over here breaking down Daniel. Listen, at the end of the day, we already know this is talking about Esau changing times and laws, right? And changing our not only our laws but our times, our calendar, our clocks, how to determine what a day is. Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all a question at the end of this lesson. I'm gonna ask y'all a question at the end of this lesson, and it might bug some of y'all out. And I don't even know if y'all ready for it, man. It might bug some of y'all out. But listen, how do we, how to determine when a day starts, when a day ends? Okay, so he has changed times and laws, right? So check this out. All right, Salaki, y'all, give me 1 second. Count. All right, so look, check this out, y'all. So if the so-called white man, right, Esau, right, has changed times and laws, we gotta know that the Most High said our how did the Most High say that we determine our times and our laws, right, and our feast days? The Most High said our time is determined, right? Let's go back to it. Salakia, let's go back to it. Where we at? Salakia, no. It's Iraq, right? It's Iraq 43:7. For the moon is a sign of feast. So if we determine the moon as a sign of our feast, right, that should determine our days. If the moon if the new moon is the first day of the month, that starts the month off. That should be the first. Oh, y'all don't think that the new moon is the first day of the month? Let's see. Let's see. Let's go to First Samuel chapter 20, right? Because then you got to ask yourself, 6 days shalt thou labor. Brother, 6 days from what? 6 days from what day? Right? 6 days from when? Ah, okay. So let's get this. First Samuel chapter 20, verse 24. Check it out. Verse 24. So David hid himself in the field, and when the new moon was come, the king sat him down to eat meat. Check this out. And the king sat upon his seat as at other times, even upon the seat by the wall. And Jonathan arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side. And David's place was empty. Nevertheless, Saul spake not anything that day, for he thought something hath befallen him. He is not clean, surely he is not clean. And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the second day of the month. Oh my goodness, that David's place was empty. And Saul said unto Jonathan his son, wherefore cometh not the son of Jesse to meet, neither yesterday nor today? So he's saying, yo, he didn't come on the new moon. And today, the next day from the new moon is the second day of the month. He ain't here either. What is it saying, y'all? Uh-oh. See, hey, man, look, listen, listen, man. We never had no Gregorian, Julius Caesar, Saturn's Day, Monday, nothing, man. We had the month from the moon. Con? So on the second day of the month, which is the second day, which is the day after the new moon. So what is that telling you? The new moon is the first day of the month. That should be obvious, but it's not obvious to some brothers. Because if that was obvious to some brothers, listen, man, that would mean that your new moon would always have to be on Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. See, now it's hey, I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. I'm gonna show y'all why that has to be true. If you're telling me that your Sabbath is on Friday to Saturday, but your new moon is not on the same day every single month, I'm gonna show y'all why that has to be true. Y'all have to be saying that because listen, if the new moon is the first day of the month, yes, you have day one, the new moon. Okay, that a high holy day? Is that a Sabbath? Is the new moon a high holy day? Yes. Is it a Sabbath? Yes. When brothers say, "Is it a Sabbath?" Do they sometimes say, "Do we treat it like a Sabbath?" Yes. Is the Bible saying that it's actually the Sabbath? Yes. So, brothers, it's not treating it like a Sabbath. It's the Sabbath. You know why? Because it's the first day of the month. And 7 days from that is the Sabbath. Correct? See, look, man. This is why I say you say 6 days shall thou work and 7 days the Sabbath. Yes, but 6 days from what, brother? From the new moon. And the seventh day is a week from the new moon. That's the Sabbath. Why? Because your month was established from the new moon, which the new moon was the first day. On the second day, what did it say? Verse 27. And it came to pass on the morrow, the next day, which was the second day of the month, the day after the first, the new moon, which would be what? Second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day. The seventh day from that first day is the same day from the first day. It's just a week later. That's your Sabbath. 6 days you work again. On that seventh day is another Sabbath. So, what is the Bible saying? The Bible is saying that you determine the first day of the month from the new moon. So, what does that mean, fellas, sisters, too? Your Sabbath should be a week from the new moon. Whatever day you keep the new moon on that month, a week later should be the Sabbath. So there's no possible way you can have, oh yeah, we got a new moon feast Tuesday, and then y'all still saying it's the Sabbath on Friday that sundown to Saturday sundown. It's impossible. Huh? So check it out. This is what we doing, right? Let's go to okay, so look, we determined that the moon is a sign of feast and a sign of times. We determined that the new moon dictates the first day of the month. We determined also that a week later from that should be the Sabbath. Con, you walking with me? All right, so now let's check something else out, right? Let's check something else out. Is all right, so now y'all might be saying, well, look, brother, I don't know who, first of all, I don't know who this brother is that's be confronting me in my head, but listen, he always got the same voice. So I'm gonna just, it's him, right? I'm gonna give him a name one day. But listen, look, brother, you're going off, right? So you might say that it may determine our feast days, but it may not determine our hold on. It may not determine our right? Let me see. Let me see something. Okay, so let me see. Salaka y'all, right? So y'all might be saying it may determine our feast days, but not our Sabbath day, brother. Sabbath day ain't no feast day, brother. So let's see, right? Um, so let's see, man, right? Leviticus 23. Okay, so let's view the chapter. Okay, so let's check this out. Leviticus 23 in verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. What is a holy convocation? A holy convocation is a separate gathering, right, of Israelites. Not no other. Let's get that established. Of Israelites. Okay. So these are the feast days concerning the Lord. Look at verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of rest. This is the first feast day. What are y'all talking about? This ain't no feast day. This is the very first one. This is the very first feast day the Most High gave us. Right? Okay. Okay. Listen, it's the first one, man. Check it out. Now, verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which you shall proclaim in their seasons. Now you got seasonal feasts. You got a weekly feast. You got seasonal feasts. Now, what does this say in verse 5? In the 14th day of the first month at even is Yahweh's Passover. Listen, man. Okay. Well, listen, it's one person watching right now. I don't even care. Check this out. Okay. Check this out, man. Listen, if you're telling me that every month your Sabbath is on the seventh day, the 14th day, the 21st day, right? The 28th, or what is Salakia, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right? 7, 14, 21, 28. So that would mean that your Passover is on the Sabbath. Because this says, verse 5, in the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. So for all you brothers out there that's keeping the Sabbath on the seventh day and the 14th day and the 21st day, you that would mean that your Passover would fall on your Sabbath. Uh-oh. So check it out. Check this out. Let's see. Let's see if the Passover would fall on the Sabbath. Well, let's go to how do I want to do this, right? So let's go to Exodus, right? Because I could do I have that pulled up? Okay, con. We can do it right here. We can do it right here. All right. Second Chronicles, right? Check this out. Uh-oh, it's getting real. Second Chronicles, right? Chapter 29, verse 17. Look, check this out. Now they began on the first day of the first month to sanctify. Why are they doing this on the first day of the first month to sanctify? The first day is the new moon, guys, right? Remember that? We got that, right? We're on it. We're on it. We're there. My bad, y'all been getting into coaching lately. But check this out. The first day of the month is the new moon. And then check this out. And on the eighth day of the month came they to the porch of the Lord. Uh-oh. The first, what's 7 days after the first? The eighth, Con. The first, the eighth, the 15th. How do we know this? Check this out. Keep reading. So they sanctified the house of the Lord in 8 days. Why does it say in 8 days? What is bugging brothers out about this? And why are brothers saying it should be 7 days, I can because you're not counting the first day and the seventh day. That's 8 days. The first, right? Let's count it. Let's just count. We're back in school, guys. The first day, that's the new moon. So now we're going the second day. That's one day after the new moon, right? The third day, that's 2 days after the new moon. The fourth day, that's 3 days after the new moon. The fifth day, that's 4 days after the new moon. The sixth day, that's 5 days after the new moon. The seventh day, that's 6 days after the new moon. On the eighth day is 7 days after the new moon. That's the seventh day, not as in calendar day number seven, guys. It's the seventh day from the first day because you can't get to start counting days before you start the first day. So let's start the first day off, guys. Right? The new moon. That's the first day. 6 days later, on that seventh day from that first day, that's day 8. If I'm looking at y'all calendar perspective, that would be the eighth day on a calendar day. But that's 7 days from day one. Are y'all rocking with me, or is this too much? This is biblical, though. Let's read verse 17 again. Now they began on the first day of the first month to sanctify. And on the eighth day of the month, 7 days after that, right? They came to the porch of the Lord. So they sanctified the house of the Lord in 8 days, the first day and the eighth day, right? And in the 16th day of the first month, they made it in. Why did they make it in on the 16th day? Because the first is the new moon. 7 days later after that is the eighth, that's the Sabbath. 7 days later after that is the 15th, that's the Sabbath. And after the 15th, on the 16th is when they made an end, guys. We rocking with it? We con? Hey man, all praises to the most high. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? It's clear as day right there. Let's go to Joshua. Let's check out what it say in Joshua. Joshua chapter 5 and verse 10, right? Check this out. This is already well, this is after we left Egypt, right? Verse 10, and the children of Israel encamped in Gilgal and kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month at even in the plains of Jericho. Con? Salaki, y'all, 1 second. Con. All right, so check this out, right? We got verse 10. They kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month at even. Uh-oh. Verse 11, and they did eat of the old corn of the land on the morrow after the Passover, unleavened cakes and parched corn in the self same day. Verse 12, and the manna ceased on the morrow after they had eaten of the old corn of the land. Neither had the children of Israel manna anymore, but they did eat of the fruit of the land of Canaan that year. Hey, check this out, y'all. I had a homeboy. Well, that's still my brother. That's still my brother, right? Um, we actually reconnected, brother Sharatazar, right? And this is a sharp brother in Israel, right? This brother, we actually just camped with them. So look, check this out, right? Um, the brother used to always ask me when we was in school together. This was when we was in teaching school together under a camp that really wasn't even a camp. It was just a learning school of the scriptures. It was cold. We was like ninjas. Anyway, listen. He used to always ask me, when did it stop raining manna? Right? Y'all hear me? When did it stop raining manna? I used to always be like, why is this brother asking me this? When did it stop raining manna? Check this out, right? Okay, it says that the manna in verse 12, right, ceased on the morrow after they had eaten of the old corn of the land. That's the manna, right? Check this out. Let me see if I can get this, bro. Where is it at? Okay. Um, let's go to Exodus chapter 16. What is this? Exodus 20? Let's go to 16, right? Check this out, y'all. It's about to go down. Exodus 16, because we're gonna see something. We're gonna see something, right? Check this out. Exodus 16, verse 1. Verse 16. Salaki, chapter 16, verse 1. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. Oh my goodness. All right, verse 2. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. Verse 3. And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt. Hey, so look, I know some of y'all don't read the Bible because it's too old English. It's hard to understand. When he says, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, it's saying that, yo, It's saying like they're saying unto themselves, like, yo, why God, right, bring us out of Egypt when we just gonna starve? Check this out. Look at what it say. When we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full, for ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. So we was like, yo, God, for real, like you brought us out of Egypt and it was dope and all, but like, we starving. You know what I mean? But listen, the Bible was not written originally in Old English, man. It was written in Hebrew. There's hip talk in here. There's slang in here, right? There's Hebrew idioms and phraseology that you can tell to this day still the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans still kind of use, right? So we're saying, God, yo, you brought us out of Egypt, and now we just gonna die of hunger. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Verse 4. Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. Verse 5. And it shall come to pass that on the sixth day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather in. What is this called, y'all? What is this being pointed out right here? This is what you would call a prep day, right? This is what you would call um, a prep day. So on the sixth day, not day calendar day number six. No, on six. Y'all got to understand. We had day one, day two, day three, day four, day five, day six, day seven. Okay, we didn't have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So y'all gotta understand that, right? So verse 7, and in the morning then ye shall see the glory of the Lord, for that ye heareth your murmurings against the Lord, right? So check this out. Um, let's go to okay, so yeah, Salakia. Check this out. Let's go to 23, right? Um, so verse 21, and they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating, and when the sun waxed hot, it melted. Salakia. Verse 22, and it came to pass that on the sixth day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man, and all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. Verse 23, and he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seethe that ye will seethe, and that which remaineth over lay up for you to keep until the morning. Okay? Right. So, what are we saying here? Let's go back to Joshua. Now that we got that determined, right? Let's go back to Joshua. Verse 10, and the children of Israel encamped in Gilgal and kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month at even in the plains of Jericho. Verse 11, and they did eat of the old corn of the land on the morrow after the Passover, which is the 15th day, right? Unleavened cakes and parched corn on the self same day. Verse 12, and the manna ceased on the morrow after they had eaten of the old corn of the land. Neither had the children of Israel manna any more, but they did eat of the fruit of the land of Canaan that year. What are we saying, y'all? What is this saying? The Passover's on the 14th day. The 15th is manna, right? What did it say in Exodus? It rained manna. Where's it at? Salakia. Uh 15th day, right here. On the 15th day of the second month after they departed out of the land of Egypt. This is an Exodus. So when you get to Joshua, they had already had Passovers by then. They had already had Sabbaths by then. They were eating manna, okay? But the 15th day is the day after the Passover. The Passover is on the 14th day. So if it said that we sanctify on the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, that's 3 Sabbaths right there. The first day, 7 days after that is the 8th day, 7 days after that is the 15th day. 7 days after that will be the 21st day, right? Huh? So let's go to let's see. Let's see. What do I have? Did I already bring that out? Right? I did. Okay. So look, let's go to what is it at? Salakia, y'all. All right, so let's go to Ezekiel 46 and 1, right? Now that we have the understanding, because this verse bugs brothers out too, right? Who rocking with us? One person. All praises to the Most High, man. All praises to the Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Check this out, right? Ezekiel 46 and 1. Thus saith the Lord God, the gate of the inner court that looketh toward the east shall be shut the 6 working days. But on the Sabbath it shall be opened, and in the day of the new moon it shall be opened. Why do brothers think these are 2 different days? There's 6 days. It's the same thing as the Sabbath. Like 6 days shall thou work, but there's one day that the gate, right, is not shut. That one day that is not shut is the Sabbath and the new moon. But the Sabbath and the new moon, what we set, look, we just went over it. The Sabbath and the new moon falls on the same day. You have the new moon that kicks off your whole month. It's the first day of the month. 7 days a week after that is the Sabbath. But the reason why it's saying this is because your new moon, you'll get a new moon, and that's what determines your month, not the other way around. Okay. So we know that the moon changes. We know that we have to determine our feast days, our times, our signs, and all of that off of the moon. But sometimes the moon changes, right? So what am I saying, right? You might have it to where your new moon for 4 Sabbaths is on a Tuesday. For 4 Sabbaths, it's on a Tuesday. And then the new moon for the next month might be on a Wednesday. So now your 4 Sabbaths for that month is on Wednesday. So now the gate of the inner court is shut 6 working days. And it's open on Tuesday for that month. Then next month it's shut 6 working days and it's open on Wednesday that whole month. Why? Because the new moon for that month determined the first day of the month, right? But it's not going to be on a every different synced up day. I'm a robot. No, man, absolutely not. If that's too much for brothers, if that bugs brothers out, look, all praise to the Most High. Keep keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. I love you. But that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that the moon determines our feast days, our time, our our times, our feast days, our months, all of that. Huh? So check this out. Let's go to Amos 8 and 5. Amos chapter 8, verse 5. Let's check that out. Right? Amos 8 and 5. It says, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances of deceit. Now, these are some wicked Israelites right here. But what they're saying is, they're saying that when is the new moon? Like, yo, when is that sun about to go down? There's some wickedness. When is that sun going down, bruh? When is the new moon over? Because it's the Sabbath. The new moon is a Sabbath. Why is the new moon a Sabbath? Because it would have been, right? It would have been coming off of your last Sabbath, right? So it's look, if the first day of the month is the new moon, it's a high holy day, it's a Sabbath, right? And 7 days after that is a Sabbath. That means that the first day is a Sabbath. So that new moon is a Sabbath. They can't sell nothing. They can't sell corn, right? They can't greatly make the shekel great, get money. That's what that means. Falsifying the balances of deceit. So listen, the new moon determines your Sabbath. If you don't understand that by now, listen, man. You know, all praise to the Most High. Still, the Most High is still rocking with all of us, man, in one way or another. Okay, we are still always growing. But listen, the Bible says that the way we determine our Sabbath is from the new moon. Khan, all praises to the Most High, man. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. Let me see if I got any more. Um, so we know we got the Passover is on the 14th. Does anybody know what day Christ died on? Does anybody know what day Christ died on? The Yahweh Shai died on the Passover, right? Let me see. Let me see this. Um, uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, look, check this out, guys. Oh, okay, look at this. Whole chapter. View whole chapter by Hashem Yahweh Shai. This might be this I might have to wrap it up after this one. Check this out, right? But all y'all saying that the Sabbath is on 7/14/21. Check this out. This is Luke 23. Okay. This is Christ, right? Giving up the ghost. Okay. And it was about the 6th hour. Hey, now listen, listen, zoom in on this. Zoom in on this. I'm gonna do another breakdown one day, and I'm gonna show y'all, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because my elder gave me this breakdown. Got to give credit where credit is due. Okay, my elder Johanna. Listen, we're gonna do another lesson on what time Christ died. Okay, so check this out. Um, verse 44, and it was about the 6th hour, and now that doesn't mean 6 o'clock, guys. This is Roman. We'll get into voice. He said, "Father, into thy hands I commend thy spirit." And having said this, he gave up the ghost. Right. Yeah. Verse 47. Now, when the centurion saw what was done, he glorified God, saying, "Certainly this was a righteous man." Look at this, 48. And all the people that came together to that sight, beholding the things which were done, smote their breasts and returned. Verse 49. And all his acquaintance And the women that followed him from Galilee stood afar off, beholding these things. And behold, there was a man named Joseph, a counselor, and he was a good man and a just. The same had not consented to the counsel of deed of them. He was of Arimathea, a city of the Jews, who also himself waited for the kingdom of God. Siri, listen, okay? I ain't talking to you. Verse 52. This man went into Pilate and begged the body of Yahushua. Verse 53. And he took it down and wrapped it in linen and laid it in the sepulchre that was hewn in stone, wherein never man before was laid. We already know the story, right? And that day was the, look at this, verse 54. And that day was the preparation, and the Sabbath drew on. What does this mean, man? Look at this. Verse 55. And the woman also which came with him from Galilee followed after, and beheld the sepulchre and how his body was laid. Look at 56, y'all. And they returned and prepared spices and ointments and rested the, and what? And rested the Sabbath day according to the commandment. Oh my goodness, right? Ay Dios mío, as they say. My Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters, check this out, man. Listen, verse 54. That day was the preparation, the day before the Sabbath. The Sabbath is drawn, it drew on. What does it mean? It's coming. The sun's about to go down, right? Now I'm gonna show y'all in the breakdown how that's true because when the time of Christ died, it wasn't sunset yet. But when that sun went down, it was Passover that day. When that sun went down, it was the Sabbath the next day. What does that show you? The Sabbath has to be on the 15th day. Can't be on the 14th day, right? So listen, man. With that being said, like check, y'all gotta understand, right? Let me stop sharing my screen, right? But with that being said, okay, um, oh my God, listen, brother, these comments. Anyway, I don't even like addressing comments because it gets too messy, and you don't know the scholarship of certain people, the scholarship level. Clearly, I could tell it's not that high. But anyway, listen. At the end of the day, okay, we showed that uh, the new moon determines your feast days. The moon determines your Sabbath days. The moon determines your time. The moon is your calendar. Okay. So if you're not determining your Sabbath based on the new moon, you're going off. Well, I'm not going to say you're going off. I will say that you're just not correct in the understanding of the scriptures of about the Sabbath. So, um, and listen, man, we're gonna do a we're gonna do one day to where it's like a smoke session, I guess you could say something like that. But we'll have the link in the chat. We'll have people come on. We'll debate a lot of the topics and discussions of what we've been discussing on the live channels, as well as our street debates and our street teachings and our street ministry and us, trying to get out here and give the lost sheep of the house of Israel the bread and the real wine and the real milk, right? So with that, we give all praises to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahamashiach Yahweh Shai. We say, what the water? Hey, Barakatah, Israel. Barakatah, man. Listen, if y'all out here keeping the laws and you teaching to keep the laws and you trying to keep it to your best ability and your understanding of the scripture is how you understand the Sabbath, all praise to the Most High, man. Listen, we're just putting the truth where it is, and from there, you work out your own salvation through the Spirit, right? So with that, man, all praise to the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Until next time, we say Shalom.